Liquid Lunch Live is brought to you by Punzoni Vodka.
Just a quarter before the hour of 1 Eastern here in New York until closing time, not just for today's show, but for today's studio, and we're moving on up to bigger and better things. Father and son is going to be here as soon as the show is over, and we're moving to a brand new studio, which we're going to unveil to you on Monday, hopefully. Tomorrow and Friday we'll be at the mothership. John Bachman, the Vice President of Content, wants to oversee us for a couple days, so we'll be in Midtown at the Mothership Studios tomorrow and Friday. If we do good, maybe Monday we'll be in a brand new studio. Doing good we are indeed, because Erin Skyes joins us again, and returning to the show, Pavlina Osta, who does a lot of, she's a huge social media influencer, in touch with the millennials and all the young people and what they're in touch with. And Pavlina, you've been out on the street for us, you've done reporting for us, you bring me the feel of what's going on in the millennial community. The big thing that we were just talking about before we came on is the Facebook Libra.
Yes.
And Facebook is basically using their own cryptocurrency to create their own financial ecosystem. And how's that going to go over with your people?
I think it's really interesting, and kind of like what we've been talking about in past shows, John, is the fact that younger people are they're really interested in cryptocurrency, and they're really interested in like investing and like how they can get into like this whole market. And I think the fact that Facebook is jumping into this world too, it could be a really good thing. You know what I mean? Like we kind of talked about before the show that they're partnering up with different things. I saw like they're doing some things like with WhatsApp, and like they're just kind of like, it's like becoming like a whole market, I guess. It's becoming like its own little world. So I think it's going to be really interesting to kind of see the future of it.
Do you think the millennials at all are concerned about their privacy with crypto kind of being merged, even though it's separate entities, and we understand that it's a nonprofit in Switzerland that's handling the actual cryptocurrency creation, and that Facebook is really just the wallet? Are you concerned? I'm a little concerned about sharing.
I always get a little bit concerned about where my privacy is going, who's taking my data, where is that kind of stuff being shared. But at the same time, I haven't seen the biggest concern with millennials and Gen Z, because I'm a Gen Z, and I feel like if they were concerned about it, they would stop posting, or they would stop putting their data, all
they just
over
live
the
with it forever.
But I feel like it's all of our stuff has always been out there, and it's just kind of well, that's just sort of part of the way it goes. It's kind of scary.
I kind of feel the same, that the younger people have now, at this point, grown up on this exposure of your life and your social media and your mom's credit cards and all this stuff, that it's just they don't have an expectation of privacy.
Exactly. It's very different than us.
Hey, don't say us. I'm 51.
I'm in the middle there.
Right.
We merge.
So, you don't think the younger people are really that concerned about it?
So, from what I've seen, no. I don't think it's the biggest concern for them.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're more concerned about how many followers they have and how many likes they can get on a photo and that kind of thing.
How quickly they can buy something using something like a Libra.
Definitely. That's a huge thing. One click and there you go.
One of the things we've talked about on the show is these merchant fees, on these processing fees for credit card companies and stuff.
Yeah.
And Facebook is coming out with this cryptocurrency that you can use to make payments to them and buy goods through them. Mm-hmm. So there'll be a benefit to the consumer, because there's not going to be a fee. The merchant credit card fees, those 3%, that kind of pulls that friction. In the capitalist world, we call things like that rent seekers.
Yeah.
Right? That 3% is just sucking rent out of the transaction for really providing trust. And when Facebook has their own currency and they know the end user, they don't need a middleman.
Ideally, we all get a 3% discount then.
That's right. No, that's what's going to happen.
Take it.
And you don't have to wait for your ACH to hit 2 days later. If Facebook owes you some money, it's an immediate transaction. And people may think that I just drink on television and host a television show, but I was the Vice President of Technology for a company called T0, which is a subsidiary of Overstock.com. Great publicly traded company. The more you shop, the more you save. Mm-hmm. And 5 years ago, we actually issued the first ever U.S. security token, and we started doing these things 5 years ago. My name's actually on a patent for exactly what Facebook is doing right now. So don't think I just play someone on TV. No, I've been in this, and we were talking this morning about Maxine Waters saying that she wants Facebook to stop and take a look at it right now. This has been going on for years. She doesn't even know it.
Yeah, I think that Libra is a great bridge between like true Bitcoin and Ether and stuff like that maybe is a little out of space, and then the dollar. And it's a nice merger to help people understand.
I completely agree.
The big thing, we got 30 seconds left, but give me your thoughts on the Beyond Meat stock, the Incrediburger.
The Incrediburger. Well, it's funny because we were talking about it. I've heard it's really good. I haven't tried it yet, and I'm vegetarian, so I was just kind of like, I'm very excited about this. But I've heard the stock is doing really well, and hopefully it just kind of keeps growing, and that kind of thing is good. So hopefully it's good.
Yeah, and I feel like millennials like to invest in tangible things that they can touch, see, feel, taste.
Definitely.
And that falls into that category.
Oh, it for sure does.
It's there's no doubt you could see Erin Sykes. She's next to me, and Pavlina Osta joins us. Ladies, thank
You're blending
you so
in
much.
a little bit more.
Lunch coming back to you right after this. Thank you, ladies.